I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequences for that.
You won't believe what just went down. Iman Shumpert, the NBA star and former heartthrob, caught stalking his ex-wife, Teyana Taylor, on a date with none other than actor Aaron Pierre. But what's crazier? He followed them, and the world is watching. This isn't just some celebrity breakup drama. We're talking about obsession, jealousy, and the kind of betrayal that's straight out of a movie script. Stay tuned because this explosive showdown is only getting started. You won't want to miss what happens next. From the outside, Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert seemed like one of Hollywood's most solid couples, married, a beautiful daughter, and always posting their perfect family moments on social media. However, behind the scenes, there were constant rumors of cheating, manipulation, and emotional strain in their relationship. They eventually announced their separation, but what no one expected was the level of obsession Iman would develop after the split. Teyana, who has always been open about her struggles, started to reveal more about their toxic marriage and her desire to move on from Iman's controlling behavior. The drama begins when Teyana Taylor is spotted on a date with actor Aaron Pierre, and it's clear they are having an amazing time, laughing, enjoying each other's company, and looking very comfortable together. But things take a dark turn when sources claim that Iman Shumpert, still bitter over the breakup, was tailing them during the entire date. At first, no one noticed, but some fans noticed suspicious activity on social media. Iman posted cryptic comments and pictures that seemed oddly timed with Teyana's date. One photo he posted shows a view of what looks like Teyana and Aaron at a restaurant, with the caption, "You'll never forget who truly had your back. Is this simply a coincidence? Or was Iman secretly spying on his ex-wife, unable to let go of their relationship?" Recent reports have begun to surface, suggesting that Iman's actions weren't just a case of silently lurking from a distance. He was actively following Teyana and Aaron, a development that has shocked many fans and observers alike. Multiple eyewitnesses have come forward, detailing how they spotted Iman at the same location as Teyana and Aaron, moving around the venue in an attempt to keep a low profile. According to these reports, he wasn't just in the vicinity, he was seemingly trying to monitor their movements without drawing attention to himself. This behavior immediately raised alarm bells, as it appeared to go beyond casual observation and into the realm of something far more obsessive. The incident took place at a restaurant, where Teyana and Aaron were reportedly having dinner. Fans, who happened to be dining at the same venue that night, began snapping photos and videos, capturing a man who closely resembled Iman sitting in a corner booth. The footage shows him watching Teyana and Aaron from a distance, raising the question of whether this was a deliberate attempt to monitor their every move. For many, this kind of behavior was unsettling, especially considering the personal nature of the situation and the emotional implications of the recent breakup. One source close to the situation described the scene as creepy, with the individual commenting that Iman's actions appeared to be those of someone who was obsessed. The source suggested that Iman could not handle seeing Teyana move on with someone else, even though he was the one who had ended the relationship. This idea of obsession was further reinforced by eyewitness accounts, and the overall feeling that Iman was desperately clinging to some form of control, trying to insert himself into Teyana's life despite the dissolution of their relationship. The situation escalated further when Teyana herself noticed Iman lurking outside the restaurant after dinner. According to reports, she was disturbed by his presence, prompting her to send him a message demanding that he leave. It wasn't just a fleeting moment of observation. He was physically present, creating an uncomfortable and tense environment that forced Teyana to directly address the issue. This move by Teyana was seen as a clear signal that she was no longer willing to tolerate this type of behavior. She was taking control of the situation, asserting her boundaries, and making it clear that she wanted no part in whatever obsessive actions Iman was engaging in. Instead of backing down or apologizing, Iman seemed to double down on his actions, escalating the situation even further. He took to social media, posting a long and cryptic rant that only added fuel to the fire. In his message, he wrote, "I didn't chase you down because I want you back. "I chased you because I deserve answers." This statement confused many of his followers and observers, as it suggested a deeper level of emotional turmoil and entitlement. Rather than respecting Teyana's boundaries or accepting the breakup, Iman appeared to be fixated on finding some kind of closure, but in a way that seemed unhealthy and controlling. The public outburst, in which Iman aired his frustrations on social media, sparked a wide range of reactions. Fans were shocked by his emotional meltdown and began questioning his mental state and obsession with Teyana. Some believed that his pride had been wounded by her moving on, and he couldn't bear the thought of losing control over the situation. For these fans, Iman's behavior appeared to be a form of desperation, a manifestation of someone who wasn't ready to accept the end of the relationship and was struggling to let go. They felt that he was so consumed by his emotions that he couldn't see how his actions were crossing boundaries. Teyana, not one to back down, responded with an equally explosive social media post, which further fueled the public drama. She wrote, "Move on with grace or get left behind. This is my time to heal and live." This statement was seen by many as a firm declaration of independence and self-respect. Teyana was sending a clear message that she was done with the drama and that it was time for her to focus on her own healing and growth. She made it clear that she was no longer going to allow Iman's actions to control her or define her. This statement struck a chord with many fans, especially those who had been following Teyana's journey and admired her for her resilience in the face of adversity. The back-and-forth exchange between Iman and Teyana created a viral storm on social media. Fans became divided, with some sympathizing with Iman, seeing him as a broken man who was struggling to cope with the end of the relationship. These supporters argued that his behavior was a result of deep emotional pain and that he was simply lashing out in a way that was unhealthy but understandable. Others, however, felt that Iman was crossing a dangerous line, and his actions were becoming more controlling and manipulative, rather than a simple cry for help. For these fans, Iman's behavior was unacceptable, and they felt that he needed to take responsibility for his actions instead of shifting the blame onto Teyana or anyone else. Amidst all of this, Teyana's friends and family rallied behind her, offering their support and standing firm in her corner. A close friend of Teyana's shared their perspective on the situation, explaining that Teyana had been dealing with Iman's jealousy and controlling behavior for years. According to this friend, it had always been about control for Iman, and Teyana had spent far too much time trying to keep him happy. Now she was done. The focus was on her well-being and her peace of mind. The friend went on to say that Teyana had reached a breaking point, and it was no longer about trying to fix things with Iman. It was about her healing, her growth, and her moving forward with her life, free from the toxicity that had been a part of her relationship with Iman. On the flip side, Iman's family reportedly remained silent during this entire ordeal, leading to speculation about their role, or lack thereof, in the situation. Many fans wondered if Iman's family was enabling his obsessive behavior, or if they were too afraid to confront him about his actions. The lack of support or intervention from those closest to Iman raised questions about the dynamics within his family and whether they were truly helping him or allowing his behavior to spiral out of control. The absence of any public statements from Iman's family only added to the sense of confusion and tension surrounding the situation. The ongoing public drama has raised significant concerns about the impact it will have on Teyana and Iman's co-parenting relationship, particularly when it comes to their daughter, Junie. Fans have voiced concerns about the emotional toll this situation could take on the child, who is witnessing the very public unraveling of her parents' relationship. The question on many people's minds is how this will affect their ability to co-parent effectively moving forward. If the animosity and drama continue to escalate, it could make it difficult for Teyana and Iman to maintain a healthy co-parenting dynamic, which is crucial for the well-being of their daughter. However, there are also fans who sympathize with Iman, acknowledging that he is likely going through a difficult time and that his emotional state might be clouding his judgment. They argue that it's possible he is simply struggling with the loss of the relationship and isn't handling it well. Still, many others believe that his actions have gone too far and are dangerously close to crossing a line that should not be tolerated. In the end, fans are divided, with some offering support to Iman as he navigates his emotional pain, while others are firmly behind Teyana, calling for her to move on and heal in peace, free from further manipulation and control. The situation is far from resolved, and many are waiting to see what will happen next as this very public drama continues to unfold. Some predict that Iman will issue a public apology, realizing his actions were out of line. But others believe he's too proud to admit fault, and this could spiral into a full-blown war. Given the nature of the stalking allegations, fans are speculating that Teyana could take legal action to protect herself and her family. This could lead to a restraining order or other legal measures to keep Iman away. What if this leads to a major new drama involving Aaron Pierre? Could Teyana's new relationship fuel further conflict between her and Iman, especially if they begin to go public with their romance? If Iman's actions continue to be exposed, his career and public persona could be significantly impacted, especially with sponsors and the public. Fans are watching to see if he can salvage his image or if this behavior will cost him everything. So, what do you think? Was Iman just acting out of pain, or is this a dangerous level of obsession? Will Teyana continue to fight for her peace, or will this explosive showdown continue to unravel? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you Team Teyana or a Team Iman? And what do you think happens next in this crazy saga? Like, comment, and share if you want more updates on this dramatic situation. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more jaw-dropping stories.